Greetings, everyone. Today I'll be talking about one of the most influential figures in modern Formula One, Christian Horner, the man who helped transform Red Bull Racing from a brand new team into a dominant force on the F1 grid. Let's explore who he is, his career journey, the championships, controversies, and where he stands today in the world of Formula One. Will Christian Horner come back? Who is Christian Horner? Christian Horner was born on November 16, 1973, in Warwickshire, England. He originally started his career as a racing driver, competing in lower-tier championships like Formula Renault and Formula 3000. However, he soon realized that his true strength wasn't behind the wheel, but in managing and leading teams. At just 25 years old, he founded his own racing team called Arden International. It competed successfully in Formula 3000, and Horner showed early signs of being a sharp, business-minded team leader. His big break came in 2005 when Red Bull entered Formula One after purchasing the Jaguar racing team. Red Bull appointed Christian Horner as their new team principal, and at just 31 years old, he became the youngest team principal in the sport. Achievements and dominance. Horner's early years at Red Bull were about building the foundation. He hired Adrian Newey, one of F1's best designers, and developed a strong technical team. Their efforts paid off. From 2010 to 2013, Red Bull dominated the sport with Sebastian Vettel, winning 4 consecutive drivers and constructors championships. This was a major achievement, beating giants like Ferrari and McLaren in only their 6th season. After a quiet few years during Mercedes' dominant era, Red Bull rose back to power in the 2021 season, when Max Verstappen won his first world championship in a dramatic finale against Lewis Hamilton. In 2022 and 2023, the team continued its incredible form, winning both titles back-to-back with Verstappen. Under Horner's leadership, Red Bull Racing became known for its strategic brilliance, technical innovation, and intense competitiveness. Horner himself became a familiar face in the media and a central figure in Netflix's Drive to Survive series. His rivalry with Mercedes boss Toto Wolff became one of the most talked-about storylines in recent F1 history. Controversy in 2024. In early 2024, Christian Horner faced the most serious challenge of his career, a major internal controversy. A Red Bull Racing employee accused Horner of inappropriate behavior, leading to an internal investigation by Red Bull's parent company in Austria, Red Bull GmbH. The details of the allegations were not made fully public, but they reportedly involved alleged controlling or inappropriate communication via messages. Horner strongly denied the accusations, and after weeks of investigation, Red Bull's board cleared him of any wrongdoing. However, the situation didn't end there. Shortly after, leaked messages believed to be part of the case surfaced online, and the issue continued to dominate headlines. There were growing tensions within the Red Bull camp, including alleged divisions between senior team members, including Helmut Marko and even Verstappen's father, Jos Verstappen. Despite all this, Horner remained in his role. Red Bull Racing publicly supported him, and he continued to attend races and run the team as usual. Current role and legacy. As of mid-2025, Christian Horner is still very much in charge at Red Bull Racing. Despite the turbulence, Red Bull has continued to perform strongly on the track, with Max Verstappen still one of the most dominant drivers in the sport. Horner is now the longest-serving team principal on the current F1 grid. He has overseen more than 115 race wins, several championship titles, and built one of the most successful teams in the sport's history, all while maintaining a sharp, often combative presence in the media and paddock. His leadership style is hands-on, highly strategic, and often controversial. But there's no doubt that he's one of the key power players in F1 today. His marriage to Gary Halliwell, also known as Ginger Spice from the Spice Girls, adds a layer of public interest to his profile. Together, they've become a celebrity power couple beyond the F1 world. Conclusion. Christian Horner is a complex, high-performing leader who took a chance with a new F1 team and turned it into a motorsport dynasty. While his career has been filled with success and admiration, it's also had its share of controversy and intense scrutiny. But whether you admire him or criticize him, there's no denying that Christian Horner has left a lasting mark on Formula One, and as of now, he's still right at the center of it all. Will Christian Horner come back? As of now, Christian Horner is unlikely to return to Red Bull Racing. He was officially dismissed by Red Bull on July 9th, 2025, after 20 years as team principal. His removal was final and came amid poor team performance in 2025, ongoing internal conflicts, lingering impact from the 2024 misconduct controversy. Red Bull has moved on, appointing Laurent Mekies as the new team principal and CEO. Bonus clip about revealing a new car.
Last year, and winning 17 Grand Prix between the two of them, and first and third in the drivers' championship, and of course bringing home that constructors' championship back to Oracle.
Of course, it's been great. When you're a little kid and you're working towards your dream, your goal. First of all, that is to try and become a Formula One driver. Then, of course, the next steps are about trying to win a race, put the car on pole, and then eventually the big dream is, of course, to win a championship. But then it's all about trying to stay there, because that's probably even harder than getting there. And that's why I think last year was a very good test, to see if we could do that. But also from my side, I constantly try to improve myself, because nobody is perfect. And I think throughout your whole career, I think you are always improving, learning from just general life experiences, but also on track. There are always things that you can do better, and that's always what I'm questioning myself, asking myself, where can I be better? And that's of course what I'll try to do again this year. Well, I think new ownership, definitely focus more on the US as well, because we knew that we were definitely lacking there still. So they definitely have done an incredible job in boosting it in the US, and then of course also through Netflix. I guess everyone in here has Netflix, so
they're here somewhere, brother.
Yeah,
I signed my life away.
You watch a lot of Netflix, right? So of course having the series on Netflix helped a lot to get a bit more of an insight of everyone's racing career, because it always felt like probably F1 was quite a closed environment you couldn't really get into. So when you have a bit more behind the scenes, like cameras and footage, I think that helped a lot, that you can see a little bit more of the personality behind it as well.
When you go home to Mexico, it is crazy. How do you describe the passion of the fans?
Certainly the passion of the sport has grown a lot. Like Max says, I think certainly Netflix has put the people, the fans, a little bit closer to the drivers, to the teams. They're more into what we go through. We are very privileged to have them and to receive the support we get, So yeah, I'm extremely lucky to have the amount of support I get around the world, and especially here in the US.
Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe.